of the audio and screen sharing. I am currently sharing my screen. Please let me know if it's visible to all of you. Okay, perfect. So I was talking about this BTC short position. So those who are premium members, they just shared a screenshot, like just this morning also, that the range that we are currently in, it's an absolutely gold mine sort of range because it took like around 7 to 8 successful long and short positions in Bitcoin. I had a long position from 42,200. Again, just by looking at USDT dominance and those people who have been actively following my calls, actively looking at the channels, they would notice that I'm majority of the times I am looking at dominance. It's a very important index. I don't know if I did talk about USDT dominance during my previous live streams or not, but if I have not, please make sure to just drop in the chat box that I have not talked about USDT.D. It's a very important index, and I just suppose that it's any sort of discussion regarding BTC, any sort of thing, it's absolutely incomplete without any sort of analysis on BTC. It's absolutely incomplete without looking at USDT.D. So majority of these plays that I've actually played around like last 48 to 72 hours, 6 to 7, and like good ones, actually successful ones, they were majorly revolving around the fact that okay, BTC is doing one thing, and I was not really sure about the chart for BTC, but I was definitely sure about what exactly is happening on USDT.D. So that's why, a lot many times people are actually mentioning this thing that okay, I'm looking at the chart for BTC and I'm not really able to find a certain direction. I don't know exactly where the price is going. But you also need to realize that I've mentioned this time to time during live streams that there are other things that are positively or negatively correlated with Bitcoin. Okay, this is something that we call correlations. So looking at those things also, you can basically find a setup on BTC. And similar is the case with other altcoins as well. You know that the BTC chart for altcoins are positively correlated with their USDT charts, meaning that the chart for ETH USDT it is going to be positively correlated with the chart for ETH BTC. Okay, so in those cases, if you are not able to find a good setup on ETH USDT, you can open up the chart for ETH BTC and just use the similar conferences that you are using normally, and you can find the chat. You can basically find a setup on ETH BTC, and it would basically be working the very same way. Okay, so majority of my plays they were successful ones, but they were actually based on the fact that what exactly USDT.D is doing, not what BTC is doing. I was not even looking at the chart for BTC, and at one point I just remembered yesterday I had a short position in BTC. I don't know if I shared or not. I did actually in the scalps channel from 43,300. And there was this trend line. There is this trend line on the smaller time frame that BTC was trying to break above. Okay, normally I'm never really trading the rejections of the trend line. I have said this during my updates as well that this is probably the worst thing that you can do while you are trading the trend lines. For example, let's say you have a trend line like this, and you know that the price is continuously getting rejected off this trend line. The last and the dumbest thing that you can possibly do is whenever price reaches back to this area, you can try to take a short position. We had this discussion. I do remember talking about this during live stream like two to 3 weeks ago, that there is an obvious sort of liquidity residing above. Similar is the case with the second type of trend line also. For example, if price is following this sort of a trend line, there is an obvious sort of liquidity below in this area. So the last thing that you can do is to possibly take a long position right here. But I did this actually just yesterday. Price was breaking above the region towards 44K. But the reason I was very much confident was because I was not looking at the chart for BTC, but I was actually looking at the chart for USDT.D, and I had this firm belief. You can never be all the 100% certain. This is not a game of certainties. It is actually a game of probabilities. So you just have to go with the side that has slightly greater probability, or a bigger probability of winning. The moment you realize this, it's a recommendation for you guys as well. There's a book by the first one is a disciplined trader, and the second one is trading in the zone. So it's an absolutely great book. It would actually help you to learn things about trading in terms of, in terms of probabilities, not in terms of certainties actually. And there is this very important line from that book. I do not remember the exact line, but Mark Douglas in that book says that why do the casinos, they actually are betting on an outcome that they actually know that okay, it's an absolutely uncertain sort of outcome. For example, the casinos, they don't have any idea that if the person sitting right on that table is going to win $1 million, or if he's just going to lose $1 million. They do have bigger, most people they actually do not realize this, but you have these bigger casinos, all the way through United States and all the other countries as well. You have these big casinos, and you might always be wondering that how do these casinos actually work? Okay, they are not doing some sort of manipulation. If somebody is thinking that okay, they might be doing some sort of manipulation, they are intentionally making people lose. No, they are not doing that. If somebody is going there and doing some sort of manipulation, they would try their best to catch you. But the point is that what actually they are doing is they know that this is a game of probabilities. This is not a game of certainties. And in a macro picture, they have the certainty that they would be winning. Okay, the systems are designed. For example, you are playing the slot. Know that out of 1,000 people who are playing the slot machine, only there is you have programmed the machine that out of the 1,000 people who play the slot machine, there is only going to be one player. Or let's say out in in whole 24 hours, let's say from 12 a.m. one day to the 12 a.m. next day, you have programmed the machine and you have told people that there is only going to be one winner who's going to win $1 million, and all of you can simply bet like $100, $250, $1,000, whatever you guys would like to bet on. Okay, but you know that there is only going to be one winner. Now they know that they have programmed the machines this way also, but they also know that in a macro picture, and this is something that Mark Douglas says that an intelligent gambler, he calls it an intelligent gambler. Okay, a professional and intelligent gambler, all of us are gamblers. Okay, sooner you realize this, the better it is for you. You can we are majority of the times using this word called degenerates. So all of you are degenerates. Some of us are doing it slightly different way, and the others are doing it slightly different way. So a professional gambler, okay, this is not a term that you should be ashamed of. There's a professional, an intelligent gambler, and the casinos, they know that in a longer run, they are going to win this game. But in order to do that, they need to realize that they need to participate in every single event. Now, a lot many of you who have no experience with probabilities, who have no experience with statistics, they might be alienated with these terms. What exactly is an event? What exactly is a probability? But these are just only high school terms. Probability likelihood of some event happening. This is a language of probability. So they know that, let's say, out of the 100 games, they know that they would be profitable. At the end of the day, the casino is going to win, the house is going to win. But for that to happen, they need to participate in every single event. That is a macro picture. They cannot say that, okay, I lost 99 times. I'm not going to play the 100th time. They know that the systems are designed in a way, the macro picture is designed in a way that they can win at any time, and at the end of the day they have this edge that they are actually participating in every single event. Okay, that is a macro picture. Similar is the case here as well, in which in the very same book, Mark says that a lot many people, they have a successful trading system. They would have built their successful trading systems, but I can assure you that he says that as soon as these people lose their 3 to 4 trades in a row with that trading system, they would abandon it. But they do not realize this, that this is perfectly normal with every single trading system, that you can have a 3 to 4 losing trades in a row. Okay. Again, I'm not going to give you the complete explanation about that book or give you any sort of you know reading of that book. You can actually read these books. The intelligent and no, the disciplined trader, and the second one is trading in the zone. So all of these things that I talked about, they are from trading in the zone. So by the way, I do have again a short position in Bitcoin. Oh, sorry, on ETH. On Bitcoin, my first entry is 43,000. I don't know what exactly is going to happen with that, but looking at USDT.D, I actually missed that entry, and it was again a very narrow miss. My first entry is at 43. Price went back to 43,110, but unfortunately did not fill. So the first entry for me, it is at 43,150, and the second entry is at 43,350 or 43,370. The stop loss, I'm not really playing with any sort of stop loss in Bitcoin. To be very honest, I would inform whenever I close that position. I would inform in the chat box. I would inform that this is for people who joined me during the live stream. But yeah, I would be looking to close it price goes past 44.5K level, because that is an obvious spot of resistance. And I would be looking to TP at like 40,000 or 41,500, 41,000 or $40,500, and this is going to be my TP for this position. If you want to, you can join me, and I do not recommend this because this is not a ideal setup in case of in case of ETH. This is not an ideal setup. This is not an official setup. You can find better setups also. This is just me playing degen sometimes. You can think of it like this. Okay, do we have any questions? First of all, let me just take a look at the questions, and then I would be. Anyways, uh, uh, before we move ahead, I just do not want to skip the main topic because a lot many times I'm accused of just um, you know uh, just missing out the main topic of the discussion, which is long term portfolio analysis. Okay, so we are talking about the long term portfolio analysis. First of all, let me just explain to you the difference between a trader and an investor. Okay, again, none of my live streams, they are predefined. A topic is predefined, but none of them. Let's suppose I'm talking about, and I'm telling this to my students as well, that even if I am talking about support and resistance, even if I'm talking about trend lines, none of my live streams are planned around a certain topic. If I have to talk about a certain topic, I would just be telling you all the information that I possibly have related to that topic. The next time you would be attending the very same live stream on the very same topic, you would get to hear the very different sort of discussion. So, the first thing that comes to my mind whenever I hear this topic, and I just read by the way, long-term portfolio analysis with Sherlock. So the first time I hear this term, the first thing that comes into my mind is that, are you actually an investor? Are you actually looking to? By the way, XMR, it's just bleeding very hard. Okay, Binance just announced to delist this, so it's a shame actually that Binance did this. Okay, I was not expecting this, but yeah, it's a very, it's one of the oldest, okay, and it's a very popular one as well, and it's a shame what exactly is happening to XMR. Anyways, so the first thing that comes into my mind whenever I hear this topic, that okay, long-term portfolio analysis. Question it is that how many of you attending this live stream? How many of you hearing my voice? How many of you are actually traders? How many of you are actually investors? And I can bet on this that 99.9% of you, let's suppose that you are completely a trader, okay? I'm not going into the depth of the definition that you are a successful trader or you have been trading for the past 7 years, 8 years. Let's say we have two categories, we have investors and traders. And I can assure you this thing that the 99.9% of you, they are not even investors, okay? 99.9% of you, they are only traders. Very few of us, they are actually investors, and a lot many times people are asking this question, that where exactly BTC is going. Is it going to touch 200k? It is going to 150k? It is going to 120k? And my simplest possible answer is that, are you actually an investor? If I tell you that, okay, just open a long position on BTC at 43k, and possibly at the end of 2020, possibly at the end of 2024, and at the end of 2025, you might have a decent return on it, and the price might be hitting 150k. Even if I tell you this thing, even if I give you a surety bond, are you actually going to hold your position? The answer is no. You are not going to do that because you are not an investor. You do not have the mindset of an investor. You are simply a trader, and you must stick to that. So first of all, you need to have that mindset developed. Okay, do not, if let's suppose you are an investor, you cannot have that gambling mindset. You cannot be impatient. Let me just give you the example of MicroStrategy, Michael Saylor's company. They have been investing in Bitcoin. Their average entry is somewhere around like $29,000. And BTC, when it was trading at $15,000, and every single person in the crypto space, they were actually chanting that okay, it's going back to $12,000. It's going back to $10,000. And MicroStrategy, they are one of the biggest institutions who are holding BTC. The biggest amount, the biggest one, obviously Grayscale. Their holdings are somewhere around like five. They are holding somewhere around like 550,000 bitcoins. They're holding just before the ETF approval. Their holding was at 650,000. They are the single largest institution who is holding this much amount of Bitcoin. Second one, obviously, the US government, they're holding somewhere around like 200,000 Bitcoins. The third one is MicroStrategy, and there is Mount Gox also. They are holding, again, both of them are holding somewhere around like 140,000 Bitcoins. So MicroStrategy, even though their average entry is at their first and second buyings, they were quite high. Their average buying is at $29,000. When price was sitting at $15,000, they did not sell any of their holdings. this shows you the investor mindset. And now they are in actually billions of dollars unrealized profits. I hope many of you understand the difference between realized profits and unrealized profits. The simplest possible answer is that the profits that are booked, already booked, okay, they are actually called the realized profits, and the profits that are not booked, they are called unrealized profits. So BTC went to $49,000, BTC is back at $43,000, BTC went down to $15,000. Wait, MicroStrategy is not looking to sell. Okay, MicroStrategy is not looking to sell, and they possibly may not be selling it for the next 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 years. Okay, who knows? Because they are the real investor, and that is the best possible definition of an investor. It's not about that you are holding on to dear life. A lot many people, whenever I would say this term, a lot many people would be actually misinterpreting it, thinking that okay, he's saying that you are an investor only if you're holding for a long enough time, only if you are in complete trenches, only if you are, even if you are just in a complete trenches, the whole portfolio is going down, the coin is showing you minus 99%, minus 98%, you are still in it. No, that is not a definition. The definition is that as long as you believe in the project, if I have to summarize the definition of an investor in just one term, it's not holding on to your dear life. It's not holding on to when your whole portfolio is drowning and it's just going down. Again, BTC is back to 43,150 dollars. Let's see what happens. So the thing here is that, anyways, I was mentioning that you cannot say that I'm holding this asset. I'm holding this asset because I'm simply an investor. No, this is again not the complete definition. You would only be qualified enough to be called as an investor if you are believing in that project. Not that I'm holding that asset and I'm simply waiting for the break even. And I'm just unnecessarily buying into that position. I'm just trying to reach break even, or trying to just book some profit for the next. I've been holding for the past 2 to 3 years. I've seen a lot many people actually do this. The struggle is real. A lot many people are actually going through this struggle. But again, you need to realize that this is not a definition of investor. If you are an investor, you could be investing in injective, you could be investing in render, you could be investing in ETH, you could be investing in any single shit coin. I don't care about that. But as long, only hold that coin if you're an investor, only hold that token as long as you are believing in the project. It is as simple as that. Now, coming back to the part, first of all, differentiate between this thing. If you do not have that mindset where you do not believe in the projects, okay, this is believing in the project is one thing, but understanding the project is a separate thing. Okay, for example, I would just be mentioning to you some niches. I would be mentioning to you some categories, different needs in in the Web3 space. And a lot many of you may not be even be familiar with these terms. For example, we have Solana tokens. For example, we have Layer 2 tokens. We have NFT tokens. We have gaming tokens. We have staking tokens. And then there's this recent category. It's something that we call fintech. Financial technology. Fintech stands for. Then we have DeFi tokens, we have mining tokens, we have metaverse tokens, we have security tokens, and then the niches just go on like that. So you have all these different categories. You can choose a one single token from majority any of these categories. And yes, the most popular category also the AI tokens, right? They have been on the boom from like past 8 to 9 months. So the point here is that you have all these niches that you can select these tokens from. You have like 20,000 plus cryptocurrencies. All you need to do is that you just need to believe in the project. But at the same time, believing in the project is one thing, but at the on the other side, understanding the project is the other thing. Okay, so if you are an investor, you are not playing level by level. Here comes a very important difference. Here exactly is a very fine line difference between technical analysis and fundamental analysis. So if you are simply a trader, swing trader, a day trader, a scalper, or any such category you fall into, then you are basically a trader who is playing level by level. For example, looking at the chart for BTC, the all I'm concerned about is okay, the next resistance is at 44k to 44.5k. The next support area is at 40.5k, 41k. The next support is at 38k, and the bigger support is at 33k, 32k. And that's it. That's the only thing I'm concerned about. I'm not looking at 69k. I'm not looking at 15k. I'm not looking at below 30k area because I know that I'm playing level by level. So if you are a trader, you need to play level by level. One level, then the next level, then the next level. For example, looking at this, I know that okay, this is resistance for ETH, this is support for ETH. This is all that I need to know. If it breaks below, it's going to that support. If it breaks above, it possibly be going at the next resistance area. It's as simple as that. Okay, I'm not really concerned about if ETH is going to $4,200 because it. I'm talking about the person who is a trader, because if you are a trader, you do not understand what exactly is happening. Okay, and by saying this, what exactly is happening, you do not understand. I'm trying to mention actually here is that you do not understand what DeFi is. You do not understand what the gaming tokens are, what exactly is their utility. You do not understand what exactly is NFT space. You do not understand what exactly is fintech. You do not understand what exactly the function of Solana tokens. You do not understand what exactly is what exactly do we mean by layer 2 scalability tokens? We do not understand what exactly is the function of the security tokens. You are simply, a majority of you are simply thinking that, okay, if this is this is BTC, this is ETH, this is immutable, this is AGIX, this is Ocean. 99.9% of you don't even know that these tokens, they are not simply just created in the air. I'm not talking about the shit coins. I'm talking about the major altcoins. Okay, so just please have that difference in your mind also. So you majority of you don't even know that these tokens, they do have a real life utility also. They are providing some real life utility. For example, the security tokens, they are working on something. They do have a white paper. They do have their complete roadmap. They do have their complete teams working on it. All of these things are happening. They do share their roadmaps. The certain developments are made. New things are being launched. For example, how many of you know that what exactly is the difference between the staking tokens and the mining tokens? So ETH recently, how many of you know that ETH recently shifted from a mining token to a staking token, from the proof of reserves to proof of stake? How many of you know the difference between proof of reserves and proof of stake? Okay, how many of you understand what exactly are the blockchain? What exactly is blockchain? What exactly is the function of blockchain? How many of you understand what exactly the DeFi tokens are doing? How many of you understand that what exactly is the meaning of decentralized? You are in the Web3 space, but you do not even the majority of you don't even know what exactly is happening in this space. What exactly majority of you only believe that okay, this is just a space in which I have to make money. I could just be betting if it's going down. I could just be betting if it's going down. If you are only doing that, then I'm really sorry to say this. You can possibly call yourself not dumb, but just trader. But you are not basically understanding what exactly is happening terms of real time utility. You are not doing fundamental analysis. Again, this is a fine line difference. And let me just quote Mr. Dow here, also the father of who is regarded as the father of technical analysis. As per Mr. Dow, who invented technical analysis, all the information that you need regarding a financial asset, that is available on the chart. And please, I would actually like to apologize on this. I should not be calling down, because again, there are two categories of people. I am myself also using technical analysis, but I'm also using fundamental analysis. So the people who are doing technical analysis, the people who call themselves traders, they're only concerned about the statement of Mr. Dow, who said that okay, all the information, it's a very controversial statement. All the information regarding a particular financial asset, all that information, it is available right in front of you on the chart. So if XMR is doing anything, you don't need finance delisted XMR. All that XMR dump from $160 all the way down to $107 that just happened, it is right there in front of you in the charts. Okay. So it's again a very controversial statement. You could argue that how is this possible? This is not the complete picture. You need to know about the real time events also. But yeah, this is not a complete picture. This is not a complete statement. But yeah, that's how it is. So in the case of a fundamental analysis, the people who are doing fundamental analysis, they're really concerned about if, let's say, a new token is being launched. What exactly is its use case? What exactly are the members, who exactly are the founders, who exactly are the members that are behind, who exactly are the people who are in this team, what exactly is listed in the roadmap, what exactly are the things mentioned in the white paper. White paper is a very important thing in any sort of fundamental analysis. Every single token that is being launched, they do have a white paper, they do have a website. Even just by looking at the layout of the website, you can actually tell a lot about what exactly is happening in that token. For example, you have a very simple, very cheap sort of website being made for a token. You would understand that okay, probably this is going to do a rug pull. The team is not serious about it. You need to look at the Twitter accounts also. You need to look at the roadmaps also. Are they updating certain things? What exactly is circulating what exactly is the amount of supply that is in circulation, what exactly is the market cap for this token, how much supply is in circulation, how much tokens they are being held by the team, how much tokens they are being held by a certain entity, how many tokens they are being distributed among the investors. What exactly is happening. You don't want to invest in a token that is being held by, like, let's say you want to invest in this certain token and the 40 to 50% of supply, it is being held by a certain address. You know that if any day that certain person, the certain person who's holding 40 to 50% supply, he decides to just throw that supply into the circulation, throw that supply into the market, the token is obviously going to dump 40%, 60%, 70%. So all of these things, they fall into the category of fundamental analysis. The people who are actual investors, the people who are doing fundamental analysis, for example, the people who invested in the stocks for KFC or McDonald's back in 1992, 1991, they are the investors. They were not really concerned about McDonald's is going to do in a matter of, like, 1 month or in a matter of like few days. They were basically planning for a longer term. They believed in the project. They knew that, okay, this is doing something. The people who are investing in the stocks for Meta, the people who actually invested into stocks of Tesla, they thought that, okay, maybe Tesla is providing some sort of innovation. They are probably doing something, and that's how I need to invest in this. Okay, so this is basically the characteristic, you can say, of an investor, of an intelligent investor, who's looking at all of these things, not only the dynamics, not only the suppliers and all of these things, but also at the teammate, also the team who is behind a certain project. So all of these things, they fall into the category of this investing thing. Okay, so coming back to again the original discussion, we were talking about the long term portfolio analysis thing. So I just mentioned to you a couple of different niches that you can choose from. The diversification of the portfolio, by the way, it's a very important thing. You cannot say that, okay, I'm only going to invest in BTC. Okay, first statement that I would want to mention here is that, okay, the diversification, it is important. If you would ask me that, the first question that you would ask me, what exactly is the coin that you think I should be investing in? My answer to you would be that, okay, you should be looking to invest in BTC. Because BTC, we all know that if BTC goes somewhere, if let's say BTC goes, just there is some sort of regulation happening or any sort of big FTX sort of thing is happening, then BTC could go down, and then the whole crypto market is going to go down. But you cannot say that, okay, this XYZ token is going down, and for that reason BTC also is going down. No, it's not going to happen. BTC is king. So all the rest of the things, the rest of the market, it's moving around this token called Bitcoin, right? So the rest of the market, it is being impacted by what exactly is happening on the charts of BTC. The rest of the market, for example, this XYZ token, it has no impact on the price for BTC. Okay, so in this case, if ask me what exactly is a coin that I should be looking to invest in, my first answer, if you have enough capital in hand, then you should only be looking to invest in BTC, not the other altcoins. Even if you would say, let's say ETH, Solana, I would say no, just forget about. If you have enough capital, if you have big enough capital, even if you have a smaller capital and you are expecting, let's say, 10x, 1x, 5x return in the long term, and you are actually looking to invest and you are actually fulfilling all these different characteristics of an investor, you can invest simply in BTC, even with a small capital. Please do not consider this as some get rich quick sort of scheme, because this is not going to happen if you have a smaller portfolio and you're looking to invest in BTC. And the example here is that it's an absolute beautiful analogy also. When do you guys go to, lot many times people be asking that, can I please invest in this coin? Do you think I can invest in Render? With all due respect, I actually believe Render, Injective, HGIX Ocean, I would be mentioning these tokens. They're absolutely good sort of projects. Okay, absolutely nothing wrong with these. There could be things going wrong with any project. Okay, it could go wrong with ETH also. We have the example of Luna. What exactly happened with Luna? But my simple question to you would be that, whenever you go to casinos, do you look to invest? Whenever you go to casinos, what exactly is the answer do we have here? Yes, tokenomics we need to be looking at. So any one of you, have you ever gone to casino, or have you ever heard about someone who went to casinos and was looking for opportunities to invest in casino? You just go to casino and you just play the games and you just play the cards or whatever you have to do there, and that's how things are going there. So none of the persons who go to casino, they are looking to invest there. They're simply looking to buy, they're simply looking to win something, they're simply looking to lose something. They know that if they're intelligent enough, if they're not dumb, they would know that okay, they can win also, they can lose also. It's just 50-50% probability. Okay. So similar is the case with investing in altcoins also. People be asking that can I invest in certain altcoins? So my answer is that these altcoins, they are simply like casinos. You do not invest in casinos. You are just dumb sort of gambler. Okay, so going to casinos, you are not looking to invest. You are simply just looking to play the game straight away. You're just trying to keep it as smooth as possible, as simple as possible, as quick as possible. You lose some, and that's it with the with the altcoins, with the casinos as well. So, in the longer run, if you are saying, let's say, want to buy injective, and I would just be holding it for the next 10 years, then my friend, it may not be a very, it may not. You guys are having a very odd discussion in the chat box. Are you guys even listening to what I'm saying? Or is it too boring for all of you? I'm seeing every single person typing here is having their own discussion. Anyways, so if you are someone planning, let's say I would be buying injective and I would be holding it for the next 10 years, then my friend, it may not be a very good idea. Just think about somebody who bought Luna 10 years ago, and he said that okay, I'm just going to cut off from the rest of the world, and I would only be looking at my wallet after 10 years. Just imagine what would be his reaction after he looks back at his wallet after 10 years. Where exactly it went? At one point, it was the fourth largest cryptocurrency in terms of market cap, fourth or fifth. Okay, and now what exactly is happening with Luna Classic? You have five zeros actually with the price. So again, it's a disclaimer. It's a general disclaimer for you. Again, this general disclaimer. None of you are going to understand this disclaimer. Even I did not understand this disclaimer during my days, and none of you are going to do that. And I completely respect that. I completely understand that. If it was easy, you would still be buying in all of these altcoins. I would still be giving you advice saying that okay, buy Matic at this price, buy Injective at this price, buy Render at this price, buy Atom, buy Dot. I would be just giving you the advice also, and it's going to just keep on continuing like that. Now, it all of these things, they're only going to dawn upon you only with enough amount of experience. Okay, so I just mentioned to you a couple of different niches. If you are looking to invest, the first thing is going to be the diversification thing. So you cannot simply say that okay, let's invest with the whole of my portfolio in ETH, with the whole of my portfolio in BTC, even if it's not safe to have the whole of your portfolio in BTC. If you have big enough capital, you can invest. The diversification, it's a very important phenomena. Need to one single coin. The first thing is that you need to have one single coin, big enough market cap. Okay, selecting one big market cap coin from all of these different popular niches that I mentioned to you. We have Solana tokens, we have DeFi tokens, we have Layer 2 tokens, we have. By the way, the recording is going to be available for all of you. You can just listen to this recording and have an idea of what exactly I'm talking about. You have mining tokens, you have staking tokens, you have the proof of reserves token, you have metaverse tokens, you have NFT tokens, you have gaming tokens, you have fintech tokens, you have security tokens, and then you have AI tokens as well. Okay, you have then DeFi tokens as well. So tokens from all of these niches, you can simply go to coin market cap. You can search for any single niche of this, and then search for the biggest market cap tokens. You can also look to invest in smaller market caps. They would have a lot more greater chances of giving you maybe 20x, 50x, 60x. And again, with this thing, there is a very popular opinion in the market also regarding the bull run, that the coins that have already given X2, X10, X20 previous bull runs, they may not be, going that high during this bull run. Okay, it's again a very popular opinion in the market. It may happen, it may not happen, but yeah, there is a very greater probability. There is a greater likelihood that the tokens, for example, looking at this market, you would notice that the tokens during the previous bull market, they are just pushed down the list. You have SEI, you have TIA, you have PYTH, then you have Render, then you have Injective, you have AGIX. So the new tokens, FET, these new tokens, they're actually taking over, and this is a whole process. During the next bull run after this one, you would notice that majority of these tokens, they would die down. Okay, so again, just make sure to keep it not for like 5 years, 10 years. Just make sure to keep it smooth. Just make sure to keep it simple, and just make sure to keep it as quick as possible. Okay, possibly, when you realize that okay, this profit is more than enough, you have like good X2, X3, X4 returns. For me, the majority of the tokens that I have shared the accumulation zones for, the final take profit targets, they are X2, X3, X5 at most. I'm not looking at X20, I'm not looking at X50. The tokens that have very small market cap, for example, you can again go to coin market cap, you can search for these different niches, you can select the tokens in these niches, the tokens that you actually believe in, the tokens that you actually think they're good enough. The higher the market cap, the smaller the chances of giving you a very big X50, X100, X200 returns. The smaller the market cap, bigger the chances of giving you X50, X100 returns. It's simple maths, okay? Because the smaller market cap tokens, that okay, if they develop something big, okay, and if the niche it actually picks up, the smaller market cap tokens, they have bigger chances of capital flowing into them. At the very same time, they have very greater likelihood of going back to zero. Okay, take it with a take it with again with a general disclaimer that they do have greater chances of going back to zero also. So bigger the market cap in any of these, you select the bigger the market cap, greater the chances that it would stay, the lesser the chances that it would give you X50, X100. But there is this security also. Again, you cannot be 100% certain that if that coin is going to stay or not. Binance could just one day announce that, okay, we are going to delist this coin, and then you would all of a sudden see that wallet is minus 60%, minus 70%. So again, the uncertainty is there. We are not looking for uncertainty as stop losses. They are always must. The diversification, it's always must. So, the bigger the market cap, the bigger the security also that it's not going to go anywhere. You are not 100% security, but yeah, there is slightly greater chances, there is slightly greater likelihood that it's not going to go anywhere in a longer run. But smaller the market cap, the bigger the chances that it is going to go zero, but also bigger the chances that it could give you X50, X100, X200 returns. Okay. The second thing is that after diversification, I wanted to mention here, never ever buy at one certain level. Okay. And this is something that I've personally experienced. This is something that I can personally tell from my experience that it comes from FOMO. So whenever you have fear of missing out, let's say if I tell you, okay, ETH is going to $3,000. Even if I come to you and tell you that, okay, I have 100% surety that ETH is going to $100, ETH is going to 3,000, 4,000, $10,000, you should never be looking to buy ETH at, let's say, at this price level. You should it always have enough ample funds, 40% buy 40% at the market price, have 30% entry somewhere around here, have 30% entry somewhere around here. So always have enough funds available. Okay, and by saying enough funds, a lot many people I have seen ECA by borrowing from others. Okay, I'm just stuck in this position. Can you please just lend me $3,000, $4,000? I need to have better average entry. No, I just don't mean this. The thing here is that you always need to have enough cash in your hand, enough capital in your hand in order to do the proper DCA points as well. You cannot just blindly do DCA at any point. Maybe we can possibly have another exactly is the criteria that you should need to be looking at in order to properly having the dollar cost averaging levels. Okay, this is again a very important subject. People do not pay attention always to this, but again, this is very important. So diversification, it should be there. The market cap way I told you about, always, if you want a security, then always look at, if you want the surety that okay, need to be slightly on the safer side, look to be investing in the bigger market cap ones, and always never ever invest these altcoins of the very same niche, right? So let's say you have selected two tokens from Solana. Just move on to the next niche in which you would be investing in the next two tokens from DeFi. Then move on to the mining tokens. Then just move on to the NFT tokens. Then just move on to the metaverse tokens. Okay. So select have like 2 to 3 picks from each of these niches. And let's say you are mentioning that okay, I have $1,000 and I would be investing on 12 to 13 different coins. Select one single coin. Select okay, if I've invested in a bigger market cap coin, the niche of DeFi, I would be investing in a slightly smaller market cap or mid cap coin in the niche of the metaverse. I would be investing in a slightly bigger market cap in the NFT niche, and I would be investing in a slightly lesser market cap or a very low market cap, very risky market cap coin in the niche of fintech or security. That's how it basically has to work. So first thing is that you need to have enough capital for DCA for doing DCA. Then you need to have diversification in place. Then you need to focus on these different niches also and select bigger market cap or small market cap coins. It all depends on you whether you want to invest in a very big market cap coin expecting very small, not big returns, or you want to have that security that um, to be slightly on the safer side. Again, it's just completely up to you. One second, let me look at BTC as well. I guess we would have to divide this this live stream into two parts because one second, because in the next part I would like to discuss the charts for these coins also. So I do have a few picks, for example, BTC, ETH, Matic, Injective, Render. I have not made the whole list. Live stream, AJX, FET, Ocean, Atom Dot. These are my personal favorite coins. And then there are other ones also, for example, Immutable, Amex. Then there are new coins also. The new coins I'm absolutely interested in investing in these new coins. For example, PYTH, TIA. You have SARS, and then you have other ones also. So I would be sharing the charts for all of these coins. I already have shared the accumulation zones for few of these, but yeah, I would be doing some of the live stream also. So we can have a live stream very soon, probably on like Friday or Saturday, on the very same topic in which I would be showing you the charts for all of these different altcoins, BTC, ETH as well. And yeah, we would be looking at the on the weekly chart, not on the 4 hour chart. We would possibly be looking on the monthly chart or the weekly chart and doing the analysis, selecting the proper DCA points. I would be sharing the chart, all these different charts with you guys. For those who are PYTH, please let me know if I shared the chart for PYTH. I actually forgot about it, but it was again a very perfect entry. As you can see, it's already like 5.2% up. Those who are premium members, did I share the PYTH page with you guys or not? Sorry to ask another question. Quite a few people are saying this could be the last bull run, and it would make, yeah, not many people they are actually saying this, and there is a without reading the next part of your question. First let me just give you my answer, my part of the answer. A lot many people, the reason you would get to hear this from market, that people are saying that this is going to be the last bull run. It is because institutional money is flowing into the market. The bigger the institutions they come into play. For example, why it is not easy to have 100x, so why it's not easy to have x2, or even x1 have even like 50%, 20%, 30% moves happening in the forex market, because there is no manipulation, right? You could simply manipulate the crypto market with dropping a news, but it's not the same with the forex market. It's not the same with the stock market, with the bigger market cap stocks. So whenever you have manipulation, you have the degeneracy element also playing out. So the reason that a lot many people they are mentioning that this might be the last bull run, it is because as soon as the institutional money starts flowing into the market, you wouldn't have the bull run where things would be going x 50x, 100x, 200x, 300. So that is the reason. I don't know if that is the complete picture. Again, because the last time we had bull run, people were saying that okay, Tesla is entering into Bitcoin MicroStrategy. It's a very important, very big institution. It is entering into Bitcoin, the cryptocurrency market. It is going to have that legitimacy. And at that time also, we were hearing the very same statement. And similar is the case here as well. If you were there in the last bull run, you would actually notice that it is the very same things happening over and over again. They're saying that okay, Grayscale, BlackRock just filed for BT, spot ETF. The ETFs got approved. The institutional money it's going to flow into the crypto market. We are going to have the next bull run. It is going to be the last bull run. The halving event is there. All the things are aligning perfectly. So yeah, it's a very same thing. You can never be 100% sure about what's going to happen. But in my opinion, uh, I do not have any opinion on this. To be very honest, I just don't want to give you sort of statement that I'm not sure about. I don't know if this is going to be the first, if it is going to be the last bull run or not. I simply have no idea about that. I gave you the answer. The reason people say this is because they believe that it's because large institutional money is flowing into the market, so the manipulation element it's going to just vanish away from the element of surprise, the element of uncertainty going to vanish from the market. You wouldn't have coins going X50, X100, X200. That's why they say that okay, this might just be the last bull run. Okay, I heard that in the stock market. I heard that in the stock market, diversification for stocks reduces non-market risk by 72%. Okay, that is a very good find. As I said that, diversification is a very important element. And Jamie just said that okay, as per one study, the market diversification for stocks, okay, it would reduce your market risk by 72%. If it is actually a legitimate study, if it's actually a legitimate start, then that's a very good start. That is another reason to believe that we should always be looking to, um, you know, looking to invest in different projects and not just different projects by saying that I do not want to tell you that, okay, invest in all the altcoins from one category of layer two. No, if one token in the layer two category goes down, let's say you have Chat GPT announcing something about their new AI product. Well, let's say Meta announcing about their new AI products. Google is already working on their on machine learning, their AI model, AI generative model. So a lot many companies, Meta also is working on one. So a lot many companies, they're actually working on their very own AI models. And if they do announce it one day, you would notice that regardless of what is happening on the charts, all of the AI tokens, they would be seeing a huge pump happening. Okay. So similar is the case here as well. If the bad news comes in, you would notice that the majority of these AI tokens, they're going down irrespective of what's happening on the chart. So as per Jamie again, not sure how accurate this stat is, but if you are investing in four different stocks, your market risk it is reduced by 72%. By if you're investing in eight stocks, the market risk, the non-market risk, it is reduced by 81%. But I would disagree with diversification of cryptos. Everything is highly correlated to Bitcoin. No, it's not the case. It's not the case. Everything is not highly correlated to Bitcoin. For example, in this case, you could also say that okay, in the case of stocks, let's say in the case of forex market, everything is very heavily correlated to what Fed has to say. Everything is very much correlated to what the inflation numbers are going to be. Everything is very much correlated to what are going to be the interest rates. Okay, so everything is correlated to some certain thing. Now, for example, in the case of forex market, case of if we consider the dollar currency index, it is directly related to what's happening with the inflation numbers. It's directly related to what's happening with the jobless claim. It's directly related to what's happening with the interest rates. Okay, so at the end of the day, you cannot say that okay, this one thing is because it's very positively correlated. Just to give you an example, okay, just to negate this statement of you, Jamie, the biggest correlation that exists in the financial market is between the biggest correlation number that is positive correlation number that exists between in any sort of financial market is between S&P 500 and BTC. All the BTC and S&P 500 they have apparently okay indirectly they have absolutely nothing to do with each other. S&P 500 is simply an index for the 500 biggest companies of United States, and BTC is again we all know what exactly BTC is. So apparently they don't have anything to do with each other, but we know that they are, and I'm saying that they are the two financial assets that have the greatest possible correlation value. Their correlation value is somewhere around like 0.4, 0.5, and the correlation values they range from -1 to +1. So +1 means that the two assets they're absolutely positive correlated with each other. If one moves $1 up, then the other one would also move $1 up. Okay, if one moves $1 down, then the other one would also move $1 down. But that is again an ideal relation. Apart from the 10-year and 5-year yield bonds, this correlation is non-existent, is an ideal case scenario, and it is non-existent in the financial markets. But at the very same time, S&P 500, they are the only two assets that are positively correlated with each other up to that extent, where the correlation value is somewhere around like 0.5%, 0.6%. Again, these correlation also do have these cycles. So BTC and S&P 500, they were not always correlated with each other. They were at some point, the correlation value was very low also. At some point during the COVID days, the correlation value would just peaked and then, just going down as of now. My opinion, a portfolio holding BTC 100% is less riskier than 20% BTC, 20% ETH. This is the same thing that I actually said. Holding, if you have, I just said this at the very start of the discussion that if you have a big enough capital, if you have, if you can hold it if you actually believe in the project and all that thing, then you should only be looking to invest in BTC. And I gave you the example of casinos also. Okay, every time you are saying that okay, I want to invest in a certain altcoins, know that these altcoins, they are not there to invest. You do not go to casino to invest. You only go to casino to play games, right? Only to win some, only to lose something. Okay, so similar is the case here as well. Okay, let's take the questions quickly because then I would have to just finish the live stream also. Will we surely have this bull run, or we still uncertain? Yes, surely we would have. As per the stats, let me just give you two very important statements. As per the stats, okay, as per the available data, the crypto market, it's again a very immature market. It's a very new market, right? Every time we have a halving event, we do have price going like x2, x3, x4. Okay, but the thing here is that a lot many people, they are not really familiar with the concept of probability estimation. In order to say that okay, this, for example, I say that from the last 10 Mondays, okay, from the last 10 weeks, on each Monday it rains at 2 p.m. For that reason, it is going to rain on the next day at 2 p.m. also, as per my stats. But I need to know, I need to realize this thing that the probability estimation does not work like that. There is a very important, this is very important law of, no, sorry, statistical estimation. It does not work like that. This is a very important law about statistics. This is very important statement in the law of statistics also, which they say that in order to say, let's say you are saying that this one outcome, it has slightly greater chances, or it has 80% or 70% probability of happening. This event has 70%, 80% probability of happening. For example, let's take again the example of the bull run. You would be saying that okay, every time we had halving event happening from the last, from the last 5 to 6 cycles, every time we had the halving event, there was always price going x5, x7, x7, and for that reason, I'm right to say that this time also, whenever the halving happens, it has a greater probability, the the probability that prices will go x5, x7, it has greater probability of happening. But no, you cannot actually say that from the laws of probability. Keeping in mind the law of statistics, because as per the rules and as per the laws of statistics, in order to say that okay, was heads, and for that reason, this event has greater probability of happening. No, this is not the case. Okay, so you need to have enough data points also. You need to have enough data points in hand also. Yes, the probability is always 50-50. You can argue on this statement also, but you can actually, with the even if you have a 99.9% probability of a certain outcome, you could still be losing in that case. It's a very, again, very important statement what Blue the Cat said. Whenever you go into whenever you go into a certain experiment, you always have 50-50% probability. And that is the nature of probabilities also. Every time you're starting afresh. But in the terms of statistics, if you have a big enough data set, you can say that, okay, just because this event happened, just because this certain outcome happened too many times, with the help of big enough data set, I can say that, okay, this event has slightly greater chances of happening. Study was included in the book You Can Be a Stock Market Genius by the hedge fund manager. Yeah, I have not read this book, but yeah, you guys can actually check it out. If this study is legitimate, it's actually a very good start. You surely have this built, and I actually answered this question. Yes, do you guys have any other questions related to this, related to the discussion that we had? By the way, in the next live stream, I would be mentioning to you I would just be opening up the charts for you guys, just showing you the complete entry points, the stop loss, the DCA points, for all of these things. Can you provide a list of your keen coins? I cannot really provide you a list as of now because I would have to create a list, to be very honest. So that's why there is going to be the part two of this live stream also. I can mention a few, like I can mention the names that are actually coming in my mind as of now. For example, BTC, ETH, Matic, Injective, Render, AJX, FET, Ocean, Atom, Dot, TIA, and then that's these are the names that are actually in my mind as of now. Is current correction in altcoins is over? No, in my opinion, we did not talk about the complete BTC update, but in my opinion, we are definitely going back to uh, definitely going down to 34K, 33K region. And by the way, none of you told me if I did share the trade for PYTH or not. and premium. Because if I did not, then that was a very big mistake. Sherlock, personally, what do you think that BTC is going to be in the next 5 years? Again, it's a very difficult sort of question. It really depends. I do not claim to be someone who believes in the project. Okay, I do not claim to be someone who is actually an investor. Okay? And for me, the definition of an investor, it's a very strict sort of definition. You need to be fulfilling certain criteria, and only then you can be qualified enough to be called as an investor. Although I do actively invest in certain projects. Still, I wouldn't say that, I wouldn't want to predict. I'm not a magician, right? None of us are magicians. Okay, this is not my job to say that okay, where exactly it is going to be next 5. My job is only to pay, not the actualization. I think, but a trade. Yes, I took it. No, I actually shared the trade. Can you say something about your daily routine? I have mentioned this from time to time during live streams also. I am a full-time trader, so I'm not really doing much except for looking at the charts and just reading the news, scrolling down the Twitter, looking at different um a large part of my day is actually spent doing backtest. Backtesting is definitely a very important thing in my day to day. Do you? No, I do not meditate. I do not. Actually, I would like to mention is since I am a born Muslim, I am actually a practicing Muslim also. So I would definitely like to be someone who offers his prayers regularly. And that is the absolute form of meditation for me. And that is the best possible form of meditation for me. I wouldn't say that, I am actually offering my prayers regularly as of now, but if I have to, if I have to achieve some certain, some um, degree of perfection, then that is going to be in the form of me offering my prayers regularly. And that is the best possible form of meditation for me. Walaikum assalam. Sorry for prayer. Thank you so much. Um, yes, definitely. SCIA, it's definitely in my watch list, and I'm not a question that I would put it or not. I would definitely put it. Yeah, I would definitely put it. Thank you so much, Jamie. Thank you so much. Um, are there statistics on how good traders have become after taking your course mentorship? No, we do not have any such statistics. I do have my few students here in the live stream with me. For example, Sul, he just recently joined us. Then we have a few other ones also. For example, we have Yashin right here in front of us. So they can confirm. You can simply DM these guys. I wouldn't mind that. So, you can actually have a feedback from these guys. How good is my live stream? And then we have this new guy joining in also, super, right? So you can have the statistics from these guys. If they would give a nice feedback, then you can actually rely on that. But yeah, I do my best to, share whatever things I possibly can. And my students, they are lifetime members of my community, so obviously there's always some room for improvement, even if they have some feedback from me. Sometimes when you post your trades on the spot section, would it be incorrect to do it on futures? The only reason that I post certain trades in spot, to be very honest, I'm telling you the truth right here, is because a lot many of you are playing with 100 200x leverage, and no matter how many disclaimers I may give you guys, you are not going to understand this. Only I mention this is because whenever the stops and you see, a lot many of you do not understand the actual meaning of risk management. What exactly is the meaning when you say that okay, you should only be risking 1% of your portfolio? 99.9% of you would say that okay, risking 1% of your portfolio means that okay, if you have $1, if you have $100, you should be looking to put $1 in each trade. No, you could still be opening a position of $500, $1,000, $1,500, $2,000 also. You could still be using 100x leverage, but you need to have this thing in your mind that whenever your stop gets hit, you must not lose more than $1. And this is the actual meaning of 1%. I have discussed this lot many times during my live stream, this actual meaning of risking 1%. And the day you realize this, I would stop sharing the short. I would stop sharing the trades in spot. I would simply be sharing the trades in futures because I would know that okay, these people they do understand the actual meaning of risk management. They do know that even if the stop is 50% in a trade, that's a very big statement. Even if the stop loss is 80% in a certain trade, apart from the fact that it has a disadvantage that it may take very long time to play out, but if you keep aside that fact, you would notice that even if you have 80% very big stop loss, 80% chances of going down for a certain asset, if you have proper risk management, you would still be losing the very same amount of money that you would be losing if the stop loss is zero point 0.5. If you are doing the proper risk management. So the varying thing that the thing that is changing in between, it's actually the position size. So in the case of an 80% stop loss, the position size is going to be different. And in the case of 0.5% stop loss, the position size is going to be absolutely different. Okay. Sherlock sometimes. Okay, I answered this one. To be honest, I'm lucky I found Sherlock versus other mentors I could have found. Thank you so much, Jesse. Thank you so much. Glad to have you in my mentorship program. It's a very good thing. You're always taking the classes. I would really like to appreciate this. Sherlock was the first trader I followed from the Twitter months ago, which got me to Discord. Thank you so much, Blue the Cat. Sherlock's mentorship program is the best thing you can do, in my opinion. Game changer for me, worth my money. Thank you so much, Yashin. Once again. What do you think about taking $100 and putting them in different shitcoins that just have been listed on Uniswap? No, no, no. That's not a good idea. That's definitely not a good idea. Because how many of you, if I ask you, hundreds of coins get listed on these decentralized exchanges? How many of you? Oh, how many of these coins actually make it to go to like 100x, 200x, 300x? I'm not here to promote degeneracy. It's definitely not a good idea. It's definitely not a good idea. There are a lot many issues. The people who are being trading on decentralized exchanges, they are far more sophisticated. They are using bots, they're using algorithms, they are using there are liquidity issues also. So, a lot many sophisticated things are happening there that are going to go over your head in a matter of seconds. Okay. So they would literally just they would literally just dump the whole coin right front in front of you on your head, and you wouldn't even be able to bait an eye. Okay. You wouldn't be able to sell your tokens. This happens every single day. So no, definitely not a good idea. Even not in terms of statistics also. Even if you say that, okay, out of 100 coins, one coin has a chance of going to like 100x, 200x, even in that case also it's not a good idea. Because just pay attention to the casino example. Casinos know that they're going to win, they have an edge only if they're participating in every single event. So let's say you are investing in every single coin that gets launched, these decentralized exchanges. You have some sort of way of doing that, only then you would have a greater chance of winning, only then you would have greater chance of getting rich quick, because you are participating in every single event. As per again laws of statistics, if let's say one event you miss, and it goes on to give 100x, 1000x, you basically just lost all of your money. So the thing here is that the 100 coins that you invest in, how would you know that, okay, these are the 100 coins, out of these 100 coins there is going to be 100x coin? No, you cannot be saying that. Okay, you can never be 100% sure about that. Guys, thank you so much. It's already been 1 hour. Thank you so much. You guys have always been a very great audience. I'm saying this to my people and to my members. And by the way, if you guys are in PYTH state, you can basically take TP1. I would be playing this trade for slightly longer enough time, because this is a swing trade. But yeah, if you're playing this, you can basically take TP1 right here. Price is already like around 6.3% up. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for joining in. See you guys probably, like, I would next time I would see you guys on like Saturday, Sunday, maybe, just for the part 2 of this discussion. And thank you so much for joining in. Take care. Have a great weekend.
Thanks, Sherlock. We are having a part 2 of this. Cool.
Yeah,
Noted.
definitely. Thanks, guys.
Done, done, sure. I'll get the time from you. Cool. Anyone who's into DGen, get your ass into general chat. I would want to talk to you guys out of everything else. So I'd want to see you guys there. I'm ending the stream. Have a great day ahead, and I shall see you all for the next one, which is for tomorrow. Just as a side note, tomorrow we have Neil who will be doing, I believe, we have a new stream which is lined up. So I'm sharing the invite here. Y'all, I would appreciate if all of y'all can join in and support Neil as well, one of the top analysts, but I'm sending the link across. See you all there. And once again, whoever wants to discuss about being a DGen and trading in Solana or BSC or ETH for that matter, You should tag me more than Sherlock on it. Lol. See you all around. Peace.